Hello and welcome back everyone to this channel, and today in this video tutorial I will explain you routing in Next.js. So here I'm going to explain routing and route and some URL concept or terminology that you need to understand. So here you see in the URL bar, this part is called the domain part, and after the slash you specify the URL segment, like it can be a dashboard. And in Next.js, how you are going to create this path? Whenever you visit this path / dashboard, it must show a page showing a dashboard information. Or maybe you want to create a path like a setting. This setting page will show the user's setting, general set, and how you are going to create this path. And remember, after the slash, whatever the string that you see here, setting dashboard, this is called the URL segment. And before that, I want to take you to the Next.js official documentation to know about the routing. So let's begin. Let's go to docs and here routing. So when you create a new project in a Next.js, you can visualize that project as a tree. So you can see here, this is the A folder, and if you go back here, this is the A folder which is created automatically. And this is the root of the tree. And if you go back here, this is saying that if you create another folder in this A folder, let's go and create one. And I will call it dashboard like this. And this folder is called the subtree of this ape tree. Okay, the ape is the root and this is the subtree dashboard. And again, if it is saying if you create here analytics and setting folder, let's create that one. New folder, analytics, and then at the same level create another folder and call it setting. And these two folder is called the leaf for this dashboard. So here this ape folder contains a subtree called a dashboard, and this dashboard again contain a folder, and this folder is called the leaf of this tree. And again, this is saying that if you create again two folders in the setting, let's create a password and profile. Let's go here, create a folder, password, and then again within the setting folder, create one more, which is a profile. And this two folder is called the leaf for this setting, and here setting becomes the subtree for this dashboard. Okay, now you know how you can visualize a Next project as a tree. But remember, this ape is the root and this dashboard is the subtree. And this dashboard is called the segment of this tree. Okay, and then within this dashboard we have created two folder, analytics and setting, and this analytics and setting is the segment for this dashboard. But how actually we are going to create a URL? Now let's go to Next.js website and see what it is saying. So you can see here, this is the URL path you want to build. You want to build like a / dashboard or / setting. So dashboard is called the segment, as I told you, and this setting is called also segment. And you can see after the slash, this whole thing is called the path. And before the slash is the domain. So how this domain is represented in Next.js, and this domain is represented using this ape directory. So how it is representing? So first, I want to delete each and everything from this ape directory and keep all of this folder as it is that we have created just now. Now let's go back, and here Next.js has a concept of ape router. If you want to build the route, if you want to build the URL path like this, you need to create a folder, and in that folder you will need to create a page.tsx. And if you not understand, let me create the page.tsx file here in this root directory. Let's delete all of this directory like a dashboard, and we will create again and see. Permanently deleted. Now if you go back here, and you can see if we visit the localhost 3000 and we see this 404, the page could not be found. Now to make it accessible, this localhost 3000 root or URL path, you just need to create a new file called page.tsx in Next.js. So Next.js is saying if you want to make accessible the root, if you want to make a URL path accessible, you need to create a page.tsx file. And let's define a component component, and in this component I'm going to write hello root page. Okay, now if you go back here on the website, you can see here hello root page, and this is your domain part. And if you go here, let's scroll up, this one localhost, it can be your custom domain. And now let's build the /dashboard where dashboard information will be shown. So as I told you that in the app router, you need to create a folder dashboard like this. And if you visit this dashboard, let's visit this dashboard, you can see 404. That means this dashboard or this path is not accessible, not routable. To make this routable, you need to go back, and here Next.js is saying create a file page.tsx, and this is the convention that you need to create a URL path in a Next.js. And then again, if I will go here, create a component, and if I specify here dashboard page, and then go back, visit this URL, you can see here now it is visible. So here Next.js is saying that each folder represent the root of the URL path. Okay, this is the, if I will say in another words, each folder is the URL path. Okay, and to make a unique UI for that URL path, you need to create a page.tsx file. If you not create this file, okay, let's remove this one again and let's go back. We can see here this page is not publicly accessible or routable. It's showing 404. So to create the URL path, your folder must contain a file page.tsx, and then here you can specify your UI concept, whatever the UI you want to define. But right now, for example, here I am just writing a text dashboard. Now you want to create a nested folder or a nested path. Let's say that you will go to the Next.js website, and here you want to create a setting page that must show the setting of the user. So go here in the dashboard, create a new folder and call this folder setting. Okay, so that means you have created a URL path like a setting within a dashboard. Okay, but this setting is not now accessible, as Next.js is saying to make it accessible, this setting. Okay, now let me show you. If you visit this URL path, go back here and type here /setting. Look, it is not accessible. To make it accessible, you need to create a page.tsx file. Okay, like this, and here you can create your component, and whatever the UI you want to show, you can specify here in this page.tsx. And let's write here setting and go back. You can see here setting. We are on the setting page. So this is the concept of the route in a Next.js. And one thing I want to tell you that here you see the layout.tsx file, and this layout.tsx file contains all your UI that you want to share between these folders or between this path. So suppose that you want to show a navbar. Okay, so you want to show a navbar on this setting, you want to show the navbar on dashboard page. So that means you must to create a UI that you can share between different URL path, different pages. So for that, you can use the layout.tsx file. For example, if I will go here and if I specify here some of the text, let's say that suppose this is the component devs, and I will here type navbar, and then if I go back here, you can see here navbar, and then if I will go on the page /setting, you can see this navbar appears at the setting page, and we have specified this navbar in only layout.tsx file. So this is how you can create a route in Next.js. And in the next video, I will explain about a nested route in a more depth and how dynamic route works. So I hope that you understand how routing works in Next.js. So don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, and thank you.